Hello, good evening, and good Friday to you. We so love starting off a program on that note. Happy Friday. Thanks for being a part of the program. It's been a hot one out there. More heat, more humidity, and more changes to your forecast, as you can well imagine. We've got summer-like temperatures, muggy ones at that, as far as conditions are concerned throughout much of your forecast. And next week could be a bit on the stormy side. Your forecast has changed in 24 hours. I'll outline your weekend and the days ahead in just a few moments. A couple of things we'll talk about in a related note. The preliminary hearings yesterday for 4 co-defendants in the election fraud case here in Magoffin County. Also an update on the Supreme Court case as it is still out for review at last report, I should say, at least. And I'll tell you more what I can on that front in just a few moments, as we've been fielding a lot of calls this week, as some folks with the understanding that announcement was to be made very, very soon. I'll tell you what we can in just a few seconds. The East Kentucky Hillbilly Drag Racing Championship Series comes back tomorrow to the Riverfield in Pikeville. I'm looking forward to that. And some big personalities are already in town. We'll hear from a few of them in just a few seconds as well. A chainsaw accident that may have claimed the leg of an individual in Magoffin County. We're hoping that is not going to be the case, but we'll go to that scene and talk about how he was found lying next to the roadway and speak with one of the motorists who discovered him. Much more before we leave you for the weekend. More on your weather and all that in just a few seconds. Another 200 people, actually more than 200 jobs. Coal miners, or those employed in the industry, are getting ready to lose their jobs before the end of the summer after getting a warn notice from Spurlock Mining. Spurlock is a subsidiary of the Blackhawk Mining Corporation, and they learned this week that the company is going to idle mining operations in McDowell, in Printer, and at Drift on the 7th day of August, or within just a few weeks thereafter. And the company has already gone forth to say these layoffs will be permanent. Another big hit to the coal mining industry and families in eastern Kentucky. It's been a busy past 24 hours, or actually less, for emergency personnel and the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department, just to name a few, including this accident on Lakeville Road earlier today, sometime close to the noon hour, when 911 received a call from a motorist. They had discovered a man lying next to the road, bleeding terribly after slipping or something of that nature and cutting his leg with a working chainsaw. Fortunately for him, however, a motorist came by just at about the same time he crawled up the bank and to the side of the road. That was also just about the same time that a Magoffin County Sheriff's Deputy, Reggie Gosser, was passing en route to a theft complaint. As irony would have it, at the accident victim's parents' residence, where a small outbuilding had been broken into.
When we got here, he was laying next to the road. He had his left hand out waving, and I said, what's going on? And looked, and the first thing I saw was his leg. I said, he's cut his leg. And then it dawned on me, I saw those trees, I said, he's cut his leg with a chainsaw. But he was swallowed, he was in bad shape, and just by chance, the police was coming by, I guess to investigate something else, and we flagged him down, and now here we are. As you can see, he's in pretty bad shape.
The wound to one of the victim's legs was so severe that a tourniquet was used, as well as pressure applied to try to slow or stop the blood flow until the arrival of an air evac unit. Air Evac 118, based at the Morgan County Appalachian Regional Health Care Center, soon landed at a landing zone established very near to the accident scene. He was first going to be airlifted from a site further down the road, but given the severity of his injuries, they wanted him to be transported as short of a distance as possible. Deputy Gosser was actually on another call in the Royalton area investigating a hit-and-run incident involving a motorcycle, and at that time they were looking for a black crotch rocket or sport bike. The rider was said to have been wearing a red t-shirt with a black helmet, came in contact with a vehicle in the Royalton area and then fled the scene, and he had just cleared that and was en route to that theft complaint when he encountered the wards as well as the victim of that accident. Also last night, Gosser was among local authorities who were tracking a red 2014 Chevrolet extended cab pickup truck. We understand that it had several stickers on the back glass and did have a Friends of Coal license plate. He tried to make a traffic stop on that vehicle on Oakley Road, and it fled him at a high rate of speed, 60 to 70 miles an hour, until it hit the Tip-Top area and eluded him on the strip job. He spent several hours, as did other members of the Sheriff's Department and I believe Kentucky State Police, trying to locate that truck. It's an ongoing investigation. The Gulf County Rescue Squad, counting that incident with the chainsaw victim, responded to about 4 calls in a matter of only 2 hours, including that one. More local news in just a second.
Hey everybody, come check out our Pets of the Week. This is Hunter, and Hunter is ready to set sail to a new family. He'd be a great first mate to a young family that enjoys the outdoors. He's always smiling, and most people find his big smile contagious. And new studies show that black cats aren't bad luck, but they're intelligent, playful, and affectionate. And Simon is a great cat to show you that's 100% correct. If you'd like to give them a forever home or to learn more about how to adopt, donate, or volunteer to walk, pet, or even transport an animal to the vet or to their new home, call Whiskers or Wags, the Johnson County Animal Shelter at 297-PETS.
Yesterday was set aside for pretrial conferences for the 4 co-defendants in the ongoing election or vote fraud case here in Magoffin County. That is, of course, in federal court. Those co-defendants: Gary Rooster Reisner, Magistrate of District 1, Tammy Jo Reisner, Mason Daniels, and Larry Shepard. They were represented or in court yesterday for pretrial conferences, and we have the following information which confirms that the trial will go on as scheduled. Court documents that we have here says that the trial for this matter will still be set for Tuesday, July the 5th, to begin at 9 o'clock that morning. Counsel shall be present just a few moments earlier. The trial is expected to take about 7 to 8 days, according to estimates. We understand that the United States is also going to file a response to Larry Shepard's recently filed motion to have testimony from Scotty McCarty pertaining to the 2010 election cycle dismissed from the court proceedings. The United States has only said at this time that it will respond to that motion in the time frame dictated by law, and that is not expected, as I understand, to have any bearing on the trial date. The defendants shall remain on bond, it says, pending the terms and conditions. So that trial is set to still take place July the 5th. Meanwhile, in a somewhat related matter, we've been fielding several calls this week, as we've actually been staying on top of it on a daily basis, about inquiries as to the Kentucky Supreme Court's decision and when it may be handed down in regards to the case between Magoffin County Judge Executive Charles Hardin and former Republican challenger John Montgomery, as well as the Magoffin County Board of Elections.
After oral arguments were made on behalf of all those parties through their attorneys before the Kentucky Supreme Court back in April, the case was then in the hands of the Supreme Court officially as of the 11th day of April, where it has remained since. I spoke with the clerk in the Kentucky Supreme Court office just earlier today as to the possibility of when a decision may be handed down. All I can inform you of at this time is what she was allowed to inform me of, and that is that the next rendition date, that is the next date that is set aside for renditions, is for next Thursday, the 16th. That is not to say that it is guaranteed that this case will be one of those that will be returned on next Thursday, only that is the next possible date set aside. The next rendition date, I am told, is not until August the 25th. So we don't expect to hear anything at least before next Thursday the 16th, and possibly not until later on in the summer. But we're closely following, and even though we're not expecting to hear anything before Thursday, we're still doing a daily check with their database, and we'll keep you up to date.
More headlines in a moment. Right now, your Magoffin Farm Bureau community calendar with proof that I read birthdays, for the most part, just exactly how they're sent in.
Yeah, I got a lot of calls on this one. Handsome and Ugly was the one that stuck with me the most. Happy birthday, happy 63rd birthday to twins Harlan and Hanson Rao coming up this Sunday. So a few days early, but nevertheless, I got well wishes from just about all the family, guys. Happy birthday, it says, with a whole lot of love from a whole lot of family and friends. And happy anniversary wishes tonight are going out to David and Valerie. That's David and Valerie Patrick, with a whole lot of love from Cleo, and all the Mortimers want to chime in on that one too. Happy anniversary, guys. The Harold Whitaker Middle School dance team's got a car wash tomorrow. Good day to clean your ride. They'll be at Dairy Queen here in Sayersville from 10 till 2. All donations greatly appreciated. And, hey, if you've already shined your wheels, stop by and give them a little donation. Help support their cause just as well. You can stop in and donate or get a car wash from the middle school dance team tomorrow at DQ. Swimming lessons coming up next week. 5 to 6 on next week, and then 5 to 6 the following week. This is for ages 4 and up at the Ramey Pool. You can call over the course of the weekend to find out more, 349-5102. It's $125 per child. That's 2 weeks set aside for swimming lessons starting next Monday, so call over the weekend. And one last reminder, well, not one last reminder, but we'll go through it again from time to time. District 2, for those of you who vote in Magisterial District 2 in Magafa County, the countywide cleanup starts next week. And keep in mind that means all those large, bulky items like appliances that you can't normally set out. They'll take tires as long as they're not on the wheels, but no hazardous materials and no construction materials either. The Ramey Park is going to be closed tonight around 9 or 9:30 for the 5K Glow Run Walk. It's a special event, though, and go join them. If you're going to the park anyway, go ahead and join them. You can help them by gift of love boxes, Christmas boxes for kids in Haiti. They're having a big 5K Glow Run Walk tonight, and you can get there just a bit early and be a part of it. The Sayersville citywide cleanup is all next week as well, so if you live in the city limits of Sayersville, your cleanup is next week. If you need some help getting some of those items out to the curb, call City Hall. Mayor Pete Shepard said they'll come and take care of it, 349-2409. And that's just about going to wrap it up for the calendar announcements with one more reminder. That is, tell me and I'll tell everyone else about birthdays, anniversaries, or announcements like you just heard. Mail, email, Facebook, phone, fax, drop them off at the studio, however you want to do it. And remember, you can always catch the show on our website at yournewstoday.com. And one last announcement in honor of 65-year-old Terry Kenneth Gullett of Sayersville, who passed away earlier this week. Arrangements at last update were still being made and to be announced in his honor. You can go to the Magafa County Funeral Home's website over the course of the weekend, MagoffinCountyFuneralHome.com, to find out more on arrangements for Mr. Gullett. We'll be right back. For high-speed internet starting at 15 meg for all of your gaming, movie, home, and business solutions, or to watch TV, including your favorite local channels without a contract with hundreds of channels and digital and HD quality, and to stay connected 24/7 with friends and family, a direct line to 911, or to give your business the link it needs, choose telephone service you know is always there. Just click on their link on this site to find out how affordable the latest technology in communications can be. Foothills Communications.
Happening in Eastern Kentucky tomorrow, and some of that is centered right around drag racing and the next leg of the Hillbilly Drag Racing Championship Series. Pikeville's definitely got it going on this weekend with their Muscle on Main Cruise In tomorrow and the next round in the Hillbilly Drag Racing Championship Series. Tonight, they've got a test and tune, followed by last man standing shootout for $500, followed by the points race tomorrow at the Right Way Speedway, a custom 300-foot drag in the Riverfield next to the movie theater. And if all that's not enough to get you out, well, they've got some big names that have already been dropping in over the course of the weekend, and they're going to be there too, like Scott Lucky Hudson, TV host at Speed Scene Live TV and the driver of his Curry-sponsored Chevrolet.
Hey, Lucky here. I'm out here to attend the Eastern Kentucky Hillbilly Drag Race Series. That's right. Everybody's got a little bit of hillbilly in them. Come on down and attend one of the most exciting and unique opportunities for drag racers in the United States. Be part of the action. Get in on the excitement. And come out here and see Brett Big Swag Wagner telling you how to go drag racing. Come on down. It's going to be a great time out here. Eastern Kentucky Hillbilly Drag Race Series.
With the rain delays they've had, tomorrow's race is only the second leg in the championship series, so you can get in on it tomorrow and still be in for the points. It all starts tomorrow morning with a test and tune. The racing will start at 1 at the Riverfield in Pikeville. And Scott Lucky Hudson's not the only big name that's going to be there. Brett Wagner who's done it all from pro wrestling to movies to TV to radio, perhaps most well known for, at least in the racing scene, his hosting of Pastime. He was up bright and early this morning checking out the new Right Way Raceway.
Yes, out here in lovely Pikeville, Kentucky. Beautiful. You can see the mini drag strip that they have built down here. It's called the Right Way Raceway. We're going to get some serious action tonight. Got a last man standing race, and then tomorrow is part of the Eastern Kentucky Hillbilly Drag Race Series going on. You can see my buddy Scott Lucky Hudson with the Curry Enterprises. Mobile was in town, so he's visiting. That's going to be awesome. There you are. This is only 300 foot. Starts right there at the movie theater. Wham! Ends down there. 300 foot little drag strip right there. They spent some serious dough on it. I think they spent about 300 grand to pave this thing. But, you know, keeps the kids off the streets. Have a good time. It's good, man.
Thanks to Mr. Wagner for sharing that with us, and also to our friend Alan Bowling for sending me the Scott Lucky Hudson clip there. And we're going to go talk to those guys tomorrow. We've got plans to make the trek to Pikeville. The test and tune tomorrow is at 10:30 till 12:30. The next leg in the series starts at 1. You've got time to enter if you want to get up there and get in on the series. It's not too late. This is only the second leg of the season. And for the spectators, well, they've got a whole bank full of stadium seating, and they've been seeing thousands of folks come out to this very unique drag strip.
Before we close out with your weather, and you'll want to stick around for your latest update in the weather department, let's talk about the Lady Eagles of Central. They've played 2 games since I saw you last at the state tournament, and of course the boys are waiting to play their second.
Lady Eagles and Coach Pierce have had a big season. The 57th District champions and 15th Region champions went into the first round yesterday against Madisonville and North Hopkins, but ran into a wall, and they shut them down 11-0. That did send the Lady Eagles into the consolation bracket, where they lost 4-0 against East Carter. So they're going to put the wraps on this season at a very respectable 26-16. This is also the 3rd year in a row they have made it to the state tournament. So a big congratulations going out to the Lady Eagles and all the staff on a job very well done. And, of course, I followed the game yesterday between Johnson Central and Highlands, and we didn't know at the time who Central will be going on to face. We do know now. After defeating Highlands in the first round, Johnson Central takes on McCracken, a winner over E-Town. McCracken, the first region champions, the Mustangs, at 36-5, only 5 losses on the season. They've had 7 games where they shut out their competitor. Central's had 5, I believe, mercies on their season schedule. So Johnson Central 33-9, McCracken County 36-5. That game is set for tomorrow afternoon, 1:30. It's going to be a hot one at Whitaker Ballpark in Lexington.
The state tournament this year around taking a little longer to get done, start to finish. It's the first year of a 2-weekend format that was approved by the Kentucky High School Athletic Association back this November in an effort to try to answer some concerns with pitching restrictions and roster depth. In 2010, a 16-team, week-long, single elimination format was adopted, and the semi-state round was eliminated. When the latest change was announced, it got announced with some mixed reactions. Lawrence County's athletic director went on record as saying that kind of put a Band-Aid over a gunshot wound, as I read that he was quoted in one report. Johnson Central coach Sean Hall says, well, every big school has at least 2 pitchers, and that's all you have to have now with this format with the rest period in between. So good and bad. We'll have to wait and see, but it's definitely going to take 2 weeks to see who will be your next state champion. You don't have to wait that long to find out what Mother Nature has in store for us in the weather department. Not long at all. Heat and humidity will just about sum it all up.
It's just as beautiful outside and clear as it is on the radar. No point going there. A low of 58 degrees, partly cloudy skies tonight. Look for a little patchy fog after 3 in the a.m. Just a really nice end to what's been a really nice week overall. But Oh, the heat and humidity, well, really show up tomorrow. Check it out, 91 degrees. That might even be conservative. We'll see a little patchy fog up until 7, otherwise sunny and hot. Humidity levels are going to increase and spike tomorrow. We'll see very little relief with only a calm wind becoming west at 5 to 7 in the afternoon. Otherwise, mostly clear skies to wrap up your Saturday. Nighttime lows close to the mid-60s. Sunday will be the very onset of what looks to be a rough patch for most all of next week. Heat and humidity will stick around, and all that's going to crank up some showers and storms. Sunday right now, I think we have about a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, mainly afternoon, mostly sunny otherwise, and a high of right around 88. That chance of showers will stick to about 20% or fall to about 20% by Sunday evening, but it will still be there under partly cloudy skies. Monday will start off dry and sunny and hot. You'll see sunny skies. You'll see temperatures close to 90. Humidity levels, you're going to feel them. Monday night, a 20% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And that little bump in the road Sunday and Sunday night will pale in comparison to the larger bump in the road into your Tuesday. Notice the heat still sticking around, but showers and storms are going to crank up, and I think we'll be in for a bumpy pattern thereafter. Tuesday, 90, and showers are likely, and thunderstorms are quite likely as well. Wednesday, mid-80s, mostly cloudy. That will knock temperatures down a degree or two, but still a 50% threat of showers and thunderstorms. The same thing for Thursday, and showers and storms likely again on your Thursday night and into your Friday as well, and maybe thereafter. So we've got a few days of some sun. Squeeze what you can out of it, because after about midweek next week, it could be a little rough around the edges.
Well, that's it. It's going to be hot, but it's the weekend nonetheless. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's a safe one for everyone, and I hope to see you back here Monday for more of your news today. Thanks for watching.